Hi lovelies, welcome to Bayobi's show. So today's video, I'm really happy. Like you can see it all written all over my face because I kept on receiving messages from people about the good response they got from the embassy. And what's the response? They've been getting their visas. I mean the job seekers visas, and I'm so happy. And they kept on asking this particular question. Yes, I'm going to talk about it, and I know it's going to help everyone, whether you're a student, as long as you are coming into Portugal. Yes, this video will surely help you. But before then, if you're just coming across my channel or my video for the first time, you're welcome. My name is Doris, or simply call me Bayobi. Yes, I talk about studies, migration, and also helping students in getting settled. If this is the kind of content that you've been searching for, then search no more, because you are in the right place where you get undiluted info. Yes, I mean undiluted one. Thank you so much. So I kept on receiving several messages from people about the response they got from the embassy. That's they've been given their visas to come to Portugal. Okay, so I'm going to read one of the messages and I'll try to respond to it because I know it's going to help you when you come down here. It says, "Hi Bayobi Show, I just got my Portugal job seeker visa. I should be in Portugal by. Please advise me. What should I do? Step by step. Immediately I arrive Lisbon. Can I get SIM, open bank account, etc.? Where are the best place to apply for work? I'm a real estate professional with experience working in real estate related investment banking over dash experience. What salary range should I be looking for?" Okay, yes, I will try to respond to this message, and I'm sure it's going to help you in knowing one or two things. So the first question is, what should I do step by step immediately I arrive? So guys, the first thing you're going to do is, the moment you get into Portugal, yes, you're worried, you're worried about how am I going to settle, how is the environment going to look like, who is my first contact. All these things are what will be in your mind. Yes, because you are going to a country that you've never been. So the first thing I will advise you to do is, first of all, you must have gotten a place to stay, like maybe probably Airbnb. I advise you to subscribe to Airbnb because I think it's more cheaper. Or probably maybe if you are single, yes, you are single, or but if you're married, to minimize cost, probably you might just look for hostels. Like there are hostels where you can pay like 20 euro per night. With that, maybe you pay for 3 nights so that you know if you can stay in that hostel or not. Okay, aside from the hostel thing, the accommodation thing, because you must have prepared that before coming. So aside from that, when you land in, I don't know, either in Porto or in Lisbon, okay, I would advise you, I already made a video that don't book taxi. Okay, taxi, those, it's somehow green. I'll put the color of the taxi there. Okay, it's somehow expensive, so it's better you take boat or you take Uber. The same account that you use in Nigeria, you can also use it down here. Okay, so you don't need to change anything. It's still the same thing. Okay, just know the area where you're going to, your accommodation where you're going to. Then when that is settled, okay, another thing I would advise you to look out for, if you're a Christian, look out for a church if you are landing in Lisbon, look for a church in Lisbon. If you're landing in Porto, look for a church in Porto. If you're landing in Aveiro, yes, if you're coming to Aveiro, look for a church in Aveiro, Coimbra, in any city that you are looking for. look out for a church. If it's a Nigerian church, it would help you, but look for an English-speaking job. When you look for one, you are going to see one of your person. Like if you're a Nigerian, you'll see a Nigerian. If you are from Uganda, you'll see. If you're from India, you'll see. Okay, that's the best advice I would help you. Why? Because where you're coming to, language is a problem. Okay, and there's this number that you need when you come to Portugal. They call it NIF. Okay, this number is like NIN in Nigeria. It's an identification number that you will be used to. They use it to identify you here in Portugal. So you need that number. And how do you get the number? You go to finances, and before they can give you that number, you need someone to go with you, someone who has a resident permit, a resident card. So such a person will go with you and the number would be given to you. So that's why I say you need to get a place. If you're a Muslim, you need to get a mosque. When you attend there, you'll see definitely someone would help you out there. Okay, that's why I said look for a church, look for a mosque. And yes, there are not plenty mosques here in Portugal. I think they just recently opened one in Aveiro here. But then there is mosques I think there is mosques in Lisbon, there is mosques in Porto, these two places. And they just recently opened one in Aveiro here. Okay, so look for that. And someone will help you in getting that number. Without that number, you cannot do anything. That number, you use it to open an account. You use it to do a lot of things. When you want to buy something, they will ask you of that number. Okay. So another good question is, how do I get a SIM? Okay. I think for those who are coming to Aveiro, it's actually easy. I'm sure also it's same like in Lisbon and in Porto or any other city. But then if you are in Aveiro here, what we do is to go to an eatery like all these Arabian eatery. They have lots of them. When you go there, you ask them for a SIM card, they would give it to you. Otherwise, you can go to the supermarkets and you'll see them having shops all over there. You can register one, but I think you're going to pay some amount of money. But if it's in Aveiro here, we go to Arabian shops and we get free SIM card, which is the Leica Mobile. We get it free here. And if you are in Lisbon, Porto, I don't know if it's the same thing there, but otherwise you just go to the supermarket, they will ask of your identity, then you register your SIM. But then if it's the free one, you don't need to register anything. You just buy your recharge card and you begin to use it. How can I open a bank account? For students, it would be easier because the school would give you documents, will give you some documents that you would use. And likewise, you are coming for a job seeker visa, this might tend to be really difficult for you to open. If you want to open, I would advise you to open maybe either Revolut, TransferWise, all this online banking. But if it's a Portuguese bank, they have procedure. They need you to bring your house contract. They need you to bring a lot of things. I'm going to list it on the screen so that you can see what is required of you to open. But another question that this person asks is, where is the best place to apply for work? Like I used to say, the job seekers visa thing is not an easy, like I see it as the survivor of the fittest. Yes, survivor of the fittest. So if if I would advise you, the best thing to do first of all is to look for any kind of job that will give you contract, because you have limited time. Yes, you have a date with safe, and you need to get a job. If you don't get a job, all they do is to extend the date again to another 2 months again. And after that 2 months, without getting job, according to the job seekers procedure, you are expected to return back. So the first thing you need to do about job is begin to submit. Go online and begin to submit. At least I've made a video on how you can create your CV. And I think I'm going to do a live video to show us how you can actually present your CV, how you can do your CV. For example, while I was in Nigeria, I was working with a civil servant, and what I read was not even related, and the kind of job I can work with here, it's not something I've done. But then when I came down here, I have to prepare my CV prepare my CV in what I am applying for. So if I'm applying for a customer support, I should put my CV my experiences should be as a customer support, because they would even write it there. You need to have years of experience. So if you don't have years of experience and you're applying for the job, you might not get it. Okay. Also, another question that this person asked with the best place you can look for what? Any kind of job. Look for whether it is a farm job, as long as the job can give you contract. When you now get the job, even if it's a cleaning job, get it first. Get your contract and go for yourself. Okay, once you get that, then you are settled. When you have not when you've gotten everything that you want, you can now begin to change job. So don't look for a well-deserving job. Yes, except if you're working, if you're an IT. Yes, I see that as a great opportunity for you to utilize. So if you're an IT personnel, so you are more of an advantage. Yes, because I see those set of people to be the sought for. Okay, so whether you are a real estate personnel, it's not as if it's not good, but then you have language barrier. Language barrier is an issue. So you can't just say because what you've read, what you're working down there in Nigeria, or where you're working in Ghana, you now want to come and do that here. No, language is a barrier, of which what salary range should I be looking out for? The minimum wage. Okay, minimum wage is what you should be looking out for. And what is the minimum wage? 820. I'm always saying that. So look out. Well, if you're looking out for a job, minimum wage is what they will probably start up with you from. Okay, so with that, once you get your work contract, it will be written there, and it is the minimum wage. From minimum wage upward, it can be 850, 1,000. Okay, but then it's minimum wage, which is 820. Okay, so plan yourself well. If you've gotten your visa, plan yourself well. It's really, really very important. Don't come down without planning. Plan very well. Otherwise, when you come down here, you would be frustrated, you would be tired, and you might. Sometimes some people regret it. But then when you're prepared, prepare as if your whole life depends on it. Yes, a lot of people say a lot of things, that there are no job. Yes, but then be determined. Even while I came, they were saying there was no job, and without your documents you cannot work. Yes, without your documents you cannot work. It's really, really very difficult. But as a job seeker's visa, you have a document which is called the expression of interest. So when a recruiter asks you what kind of document do you have, you let them know that you have a job, you have you will have an expression of interest. Yes, that is the document that you have, and they get to interview you, and if everything works out well, you get your visa. Okay, I hope with this video you can actually place yourself. The first thing you need to do when you come down here is to do what? To do your NIF. It's really, really important for you to do, because if you are even looking for a job, you need the number, you need it to do a lot of things here in Portugal. I hope with this video you can at least find a bearing, and thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye. Ciao.